Welcome back to another episode of LTV News. It's a new year, a new semester, but don't worry, your favorite news show is back and we're kicking off the 2024 season with a bang. We have plenty of exciting world stories to share with you tonight, from a few surprise guests at LaSalle last month to our furry friends fighting through cold weather, and the latest word from the Philadelphia Eagles and 76ers.
And if that's not enough, we have an inside look at the hard work coming out of LaSalle's social work department and an unexpected hero at a Florida crash site and an unusual sports icon in the UK. All that and more right here on LaSalle TV News.
Good evening and welcome back to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Olney Ave to Philadelphia and the world. My name is Maddie Geyer and I'm thrilled to be here for the first episode of the semester.
And I'm Donny. You're watching LaSalle TV News, LaSalle TV's hotspot for LaSalle and Philadelphia related info and events. There's a lot to catch up on in the next half hour, so don't go anywhere, because tonight's show we have a lot of fun and interesting stories you won't want to miss. So let's get started.
LaSalle's track and field team made the trip to Staten Island on Saturday to take place in the Villanova Invitational. It was a sunny but brisk 30 degrees that morning as our explorers competed in a variety of events. Freshman Gweno Good was seen leading the pack for the 3,000 meter, finishing third with a time of 10:04. Following her, freshman Solil Morrison ended up in fifth for the 200 meter dash with a time of 25.43. The 4x4 relay team, made up of Lanice Green, Jaya Marshall, and Nevea Davis, finished 7th out of 20 teams that competed. LaSalle will be returning to New York on the 26th for the Dr. Sanders Invitational, hosted by Columbia. The two-day meet will take place at the Armory in Washington Heights.
Last month, the Philly Goat Project paired up with Late Night LaSalle to host a fun-filled event where students could come and forget about the stress of exams. Luckily, Maddie and I got the opportunity to stop by and see what it was all about. Let's take a look.
So I work for the Campus Engagement Center. I am the Director of Student Life and Engagement. So students tend to be a little more isolated on a college campus. They don't get to be around family pets as much. They're not around little kids. They're not around neighborhoods, and having another living creature that isn't focused on finals or teaching you something, I think is just really nice. And it's really tactile. You don't have to think about it. You can just relax. My favorite thing about this event, I think, is when people kind of get lost in the moment. You can really see when people, you see the stress, fall away. They stop thinking about anything else, and for just a few moments, they aren't thinking about homework, they're not thinking about where they have to go or, their job or what's going on Instagram or Snapchat. They're just there with the goats, and they just get to have a beat and a breath and keep it moving, and that's why I keep bringing it back, because the goats are so good at bringing those moments.
Those goats seem to raise many student spirits, mine included, and we hope to see our stress-relieving friends back soon. Now to travel a little outside of campus, the first day of the Philadelphia Auto Show attracted thousands of car enthusiasts. The event showcased a wide range of vehicles, from luxury cars to electric models. Attendees had the opportunity to explore the latest models and technologies in the automotive industry. The show also featured interactive exhibits and demonstrations, allowing visitors to experience the cars firsthand. Car manufacturers and dealerships were present at the event, offering test drives and special promotions. The Philadelphia Auto Show is a popular annual event that brings together car enthusiasts from across the region. With its diverse lineup of vehicles and engaging activities, the show is a must-visit for anyone interested in the automotive world.
The Animal Care and Control Team, also known as the ACCT, rescued two dogs named Johnny Depp and Hammer from the cold outdoors due to the below freezing temperatures. All pets require shelter and water. That being said, please keep an eye on your pets. The ACCT confirmed that they cannot remove an animal from a home or yard unless it needs medical attention. However, they may contact law enforcement. The ACCT stated If reinforcement refuses to take action, then we may contact Pennsylvania SPCA, and there could be potential cruelty and neglect charges. This is a life or death for these animals. Philadelphia officers have responded to over 35 cases of animals, mostly dogs, being left outdoors over these past couple of weeks.
Before we go any further, we have one quick break, but stay tuned because coming up, we have the latest news coming from Temple University and some devastating information that will touch the hearts of everyone in Philadelphia.
Think buying fake products is harmless? Think again. Think fake cosmetics are tested and safe? Think again. Think that medicine you can buy off social media is high quality? Think again. Counterfeits are made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. Each year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products are sold in the U.S. I smell big crime. Think about it. If you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart. Buy smart. Go for real.
Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56.
It's LaSalle TV.
Oh, right, of course. All right, I'll do it again. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56. You're watching LaSalle 56. Oh, God. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56. Can't do it. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56. Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Joanna Van Fine, class of 2007, and you're watching LaSalle 56.
It's right behind you.
LaSalle 56.
TV.
LaSalle TV 6. LaSalle 56. And you're watching LaSalle 56. LaSalle 56. And you're watching LaSalle 56.
You're old.
Hey! And you're watching LaSalle TV. I did it. I did it. I'm not old.
The Department of Education has added Temple University to a list of colleges undergoing investigation surround alleged discrimination. Exact details have yet to be released. However, according to their website, the department opened the investigation due to, quote, discrimination over shared ancestry. Many schools nationwide have faced similar issues, with institutions like Drexel University, Rutgers University, and Lafayette College joining Temple on this list. The federal government began opening these investigations in November of last year as a response to increased anti-Semitism and Islamophobia following the outbreak of the Hamas-Israel war. Schools that have been discovered to violate civil rights laws will face the total loss of all federal funding. In response to the investigation, a Temple spokesperson commented, quote, Temple University unequivocally condemns hate and discrimination against any person and will always strive to ensure our students, faculty, and staff feel welcome throughout our community and campus.
Philadelphia police have identified the man who was killed last week during a SWAT situation in northeast Philadelphia. Just before 5 a.m., patrol officers responded to a radio call for a car accident. An officer approached a Dodge pickup truck that was partially parked on the sidewalk of Borbeck Avenue. The officer spoke to the person in the driver's seat and asked if he needed any service. The person said no, and as the officer began to drive away, he thought he heard the sound of gunshots, prompting the officer to take a tactical position behind his vehicle while calling for backup. Supervisors declared the scene a barricade situation and requested SWAT assistance. When the SWAT team arrived, they experienced more gunfire. That's when 2 SWAT officers returned fire toward the truck, and medics were called and Packard was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials confirmed that no officers were injured.
With the Eagles season coming to an end, we are heartbroken to tell you that Jason Kelce has officially retired. In a bittersweet moment, Kelsey stood on the sideline, tears streaming down his face as the final seconds ticked off in his likely final NFL game. After a harrowing season-ending collapse, he removed his helmet and embraced his longtime offensive line coach, marking the end of an era. Kelsey, the gregarious center, had been the heart of the Eagles for 13 seasons, a hero in the Philadelphia sports scene and a Super Bowl champion. Despite coach Nick Sirianni's attempt to keep Kelsey for one more season, Kelsey has decided to hang up his helmet after 156 straight starts and 6 All-Pro team selections. In true Philly fashion, teammates and fans alike are expressing their appreciation for the greatest of all time. The city bids farewell to a football legend, and we thank Jason Kelsey for an incredible career.
While on the topic of Philly sports, on Wednesday night, the Philadelphia 76ers gathered for the team's annual gala, benefiting the organization's youth foundation. The red carpet event, attended by the current roster and coaching staff, was graced by legends including former NBA MVP Allen Iverson. Reflecting on the importance of his participation, Iverson stated, "It's important to me because I matter." Despite the modesty, he acknowledged the truth that his influence can make a difference, especially when it involves supporting kids. Now well into retirement, Iverson enjoys Hall of Fame induction and his number retired by the Sixers. The gala showcased the continued mutual respect and love between Iverson and the team, as they collectively raised over $1.9 million, surpassing last year's record-breaking total. The legend's contributions on and off the court remain a lasting success for the Sixers.
Before we go any further, it's time for another segment of Campus Spotlight. Before our winter break, I was privileged with the opportunity to get to know Professor Brendan Young of LaSalle's Social Work Department. Let's take a little look into his life.
I'm Brendan Young. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Social Work, and I'm also the graduate program director for the Master of Social Work. So I was a student here at LaSalle. I graduated with my Bachelor's of Social Work in 2012. And I never really left. I've stayed pretty involved and engaged in the department. Served on the advisory board. In 2015, I started as an adjunct professor. And then I started full-time here in the fall of 2022. And just recently became the MSW program director in spring of 23. So I love social work because I think it is such a great tool and skill set. Social workers really learn how to do 4 things: engage, assess, intervene, evaluate, and they work with individuals, families, groups, organizations, and communities. Those 4 skills, I think, are so transferable into a lot of places and are not only good professional skills, but also just good human skills, right? That ability to kind of connect with people, to assess surroundings and get a sense of what needs there might be, and to develop strategies and to make sure those strategies are working. I think it's, again, applicable professionally, personally, in a variety of capacities, and it's something that makes me really passionate about the profession. You could talk to our director of field education, Ramon LeBoy, who would tell you that there's over, I think he says, 9,000 nonprofits in the city of Philadelphia, right? So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of need. And some of the foundations of social work, in fact, some of the early schools of social work were here in the Philadelphia region. I just think there's so many ways that we can connect into the larger Philadelphia community to help work with, different buckets, different components of the community to make sure that individuals are getting their needs met and that we are able to enhance individual, family, and community well-being. I love Philadelphia. It's a great city, right? So sports is a good thing to get really energetic and drummed up about. The Eagles and the Phillies the last few years have been pretty exciting for Philadelphia sports fans. The food's amazing, right? I think it rivals most major cities in the United States in terms of the cuisine, the access from that like greasy spoon cheesesteak that you get from like a food truck all the way up to like fine dining institutions. But I really think the standout for me is just, the history and the natural beauty of this city and constantly being able to, I've lived here for about 12 years and have seen it through the iteration of being a student and then sort of a working professional. And now I'm married with 2 kids, right? So to get to see and explore the different aspects of the city, and I just think you get something new every time, right? It's such an amazing place to live.
What great advice from Professor Young. I always love seeing the spotlight put on our professors and getting to see them in a new light outside of the classroom.
I couldn't agree more. Getting to know the faculty that makes LaSalle so great is always quite the honor, and we can't wait to see where Campus Spotlight takes us this semester. To jump back into the news, we're heading down to Florida, where retired WWE Hall of Fame wrestler Hulk Hogan and his friend rescued a teenage girl from an overturned vehicle after an accident in Tampa last weekend. Later, after the incident, Hogan said on social media platform X that after seeing the accident, he used a ballpoint pen to puncture the airbag and freed the girl from the car. His wife, Sky Daly, also posted on Facebook to praise her 70-year-old husband's quick actions. She said, by all appearances, she was unscathed, just really rattled, which is an absolute miracle. Tampa police said the girl only received minor injuries, and Hogan posted again saying, thank you, God, all is well, even now. Amen, HH.
An explosion at a fireworks factory in Thailand has resulted in the death of approximately 20 people. The incident occurred just before the Lunar New Year, a time in which there is high demand for fireworks in Thailand and other parts of Asia. Authorities are currently investigating the cause of the blast, and this tragic event serves as a reminder of the dangers associated with the production and storage of fireworks. It is crucial for safety measures to be implemented and enforced in order to prevent such accidents from occurring in the future.
Before we continue, we have one more quick break, but don't go anywhere because after we have another kind of explosion that took place in Iceland, and a British singer who made history for themselves at this year's Emmy Awards.
Did you know that listening to music, enjoying art, or simply holding hands can boost your cognition? Trying new foods, making friends, and being curious helps too. Just like me, you want to maintain your brain health for as long as possible. I'd like to share with you insights that can make a difference. I'm Kevin Jameson, President of the Dementia Society of America. I'm excited to offer you our free guide. Inside, you'll find 10 building blocks to better brain health, along with facts about dementia, care planning, and how experts make a diagnosis. You'll learn what dementia is and isn't. The Dementia Society of America is a nonprofit organization, and we are ready to answer your questions. Get your free copy of the guide by visiting 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or by calling 1-800-DEMENTIA. You want to live life to the fullest? I do too, and I'm confident that our free guide can help.
Welcome back. In southwest Iceland, a fifth eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula since 2021 unfolded on Sunday. The country's meteorological office confirmed the volcanic activity, dispatching a Coast Guard helicopter for assessment. Lava rivers breached roads in a southern fishing town near the inferno, causing residents to evacuate. While Iceland's president assured no lives were in danger, potential infrastructure threats still remained. The Blue Lagoon, a popular geothermal spa, closed temporarily. Over 100 residents evacuated, having returned after a December eruption scare.
16-year-old Luke Littler has raised to sudden stardom in Britain with an unlikely run that has him on the verge of a world title. Littler has become a sensation after making it to the World Darts Championship finals as an unseeded player. Millions will be tuning in Wednesday to watch his bid to become the youngest winner of the sport's most prestigious competition. The teen, who goes by Luke the Nuke Littler on Instagram, where he has amassed a following of more than 5,000, has outclassed world champions on the way to the finals, winning the hearts of crowds at London's Alexandra Palace and viewers across the country over the holiday period. He will face fellow English player Luke Humphreys in Wednesday's final, where they will compete for a prize of £500,000 or $631,000. Littler has already guaranteed himself a minimum of £200,000 or $252,000 in prize money, according to the PDC.
Last month, I had the opportunity to visit a nonprofit sculpture park in Saugerties, New York, known as Opus 40. This interactive park was opened in 1977 and provides its visitors with an artistic outdoor environment. Let's take a look.
The first thing that comes to mind when I think of Opus 40 is walking around the grounds with my family a few years ago. And now I'm back with that same family, just a few less people. And we're having a good time. I just think of peaceful, calm times in the sun. And it's really cold out, but it's pretty.
Opus 40 is an environmental sculpture located in the upstate town of Saugerties, New York. It's a walkable piece of art made up of dry stone ramps, pedestals, and platforms covering around 6.5 acres of land. I stopped a few locals to gain insight as to what makes this massive installation so unique.
Me personally, art that I can walk through, I can feel it, Instead of just looking at it, I can look at every crevasse, crack, nook and cranny. It's really just, I can get up nice and personal. I can touch whatever I want, considering I'm a very tactile human being, like a little lizard. I like it.
I learned that the architect, the sculpture, created this as a sculpture garden and park to put his sculptures on, but I don't see any sculptures besides that one, so I'm not entirely sure. But he said it would take him 40 years to create this, and I think he was right, but I think he died before he can finish it, so it's pretty sad, but at least he got super far and got people to enjoy it and do as he wanted.
The creator, Harvey Feight, was a lover of nature and art alike. He found a way to unite the two in his work.
I think he felt very at peace here and at home, and he felt that he could create the beauty that he wanted, and he saw it in the forest, and he saw it in upstate New York, yeah. If I could tell someone something about Opus 40, I'd think it would be that it's a great interactive exhibit, and you can kind of just you have the peace to walk around and think your thoughts. You can also have fun and play with the rocks and just dance around and stuff, so it's very flexible in terms of what you can do here, which is fun.
The new federal regulations ban humorous electronic messages on highways in the United States. The Federal Highway Administration has issued a memo stating that electronic signs on highways should only display important traffic information and safety messages, prohibiting any form of humor or non-essential content. The FHWA argues that humorous messages can distract drivers and potentially lead to accidents. While some states have already implemented similar restrictions, this memo aims to establish a nationwide standard. However, critics argue that the humor can be an effective way to engage drivers and promote road safety. The debate continues as to whether banning humorous messages is an appropriate measure to ensure highway safety. They believe that these messages can be distracting or misunderstood by drivers, posing a safety risk. The move aims to eliminate obscure meanings, pop culture references, and humor away from highway signs. While some may find these messages entertaining, officials argue that they can divert drivers' attention from the road and potentially cause accidents. The ban on humorous electronic messages is part of a broader effort to improve road safety and reduce distractions for drivers.
Last Monday night, the legendary British musician Elton John added an Emmy Award to his stash of Grammys, Oscars, and a Tony. After winning Outstanding Variety Special for Elton John Farewell from Dodger Stadium, John was not able to make it to the event due to a knee operation in the UK. and he is totally fine following the procedure, according to one of the show's producers. John's husband, David Furnish, shared how the singer was notified about the win. He said, "We FaceTimed him. We woke him up in the middle of the night back in the UK. He screamed yes and was really happy and incredibly honored." John made a statement later regarding his win, saying, "I am incredibly humbled and honored to be joining the unbelievably talented group of EGOT winners tonight. The journey to this moment has been filled with passion, dedication, and unwavering support from my fans all around the world. Tonight is a testament to the power of the arts and the joy that it brings to all of our lives. Thank you to everyone who has supported me throughout my career. I am incredibly grateful."
An international research team led by the University of Cambridge has just discovered the oldest black hole to ever be observed in scientific history. The anomaly was picked up via the James Webb Space Telescope and is sitting in at 3 billion years old, all while still consuming its host galaxy. To put size into perspective, it's a few million times the size of our solar system's sun. Scientists say the extraordinary nature of this black hole challenges previous knowledge on their formation and growth. Professor Robert Maiolino from Cambridge's Cavendish Laboratory stated, quote, that it's very early to see a black hole this massive, so we've got to consider the other ways they might form. This black hole is so massive that it's consuming its surrounding matter at an astonishing rate compared to those that would come after. Maiolino and his team hope to discover smaller variations of black holes which will help them to pinpoint the exact way they form, whether they start out large or they grow fast.
As we all know, Stanley Cups are on the rise in the U.S., but the trend's craze has reached new heights after a woman in Sacramento, California was arrested for allegedly stealing 65 of the stainless steel cups from one store. The Roseville Police Department said they arrested the 23-year-old woman after finding nearly $2,500 worth of merchandise in her car. The employees at the retail store stated that they saw the woman take a shopping cart full of Stanley water bottles without paying for them. Police also stated the suspect refused to stop for staff and stuffed her car with the stolen merchandise. An officer spotted the suspect's vehicle as she entered Highway 65 from Galleria Boulevard and initiated a traffic stop. In recent months, the reusable water bottle company has been all the rage as people scramble to get their hands on the drinkware. Even though the brand has been active for over a century, they recently gained new popularity for their 40-ounce Quencher Cup, which is priced at $45. This new product is known for its ability to keep drinks cold for 48 hours and is loved for their wide variety of colors and limited edition items. In light of this, police released a statement saying, "While Stanley Quenchers are all the rage, we strongly advise against turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits."
Well, that just about does it for this episode of LTV News. We'll see you next time with more fun and exciting stories, but until then, you can find us on the web as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook and Instagram page. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so tweet at us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
And if you missed the scoop and want to see it, you can find episodes on YouTube under our LaSalle TV Philly page. Thank you to our crew and viewers for helping make this show possible. We look forward to many more successful episodes this season. So for now, see you soon, but for now, I'm Donny Argo.
And I'm Maddie Geyer. Don't forget to tune in next time for more fun stories, but until then, thanks for watching LTV News, where the action never stops.